All right, tomorrow's day off. Then it's 2 days of joint practices in Philadelphia against Super Bowl champion Eagles. Kevin Stefanski knows his lines, both offense and defense. They better be ready to go against the Eagles.
It's a great test. They're I can't imagine there's a better combination of offensive line, defensive line than the Eagles and who we're facing. So it's an awesome test for our guys. And again, I've been up close and seen this line when we practice against them. They're really well coached. They got great players, so it's a great challenge for our guys.
Do you have any update on Quinshawn? Do you expect him back this week?
I don't have an update. I think most joint practices follow a similar structure, if you will, and I think credit to Coach Canales down there, and then obviously Nick and I have talked, and we've done these type of structures before, so I think you want to be really organized, real efficient with your time, and make sure that you're getting all the looks that you need to get for both sides.
So, Jacob, it's 2 days. What do you want to hear coming out of these joint practices? What would be good? And then what do you not want to hear? What would be bad?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword on the first one for me. It's the physicality. Does it continue? Like now that you're up against the defending champions, who a lot of people will tell you they have as one of the best rosters in football, even after some of the things that they lost. And I would tend to agree, after winning that Super Bowl. And then I think they had another good offseason. I know they lost some talent, but they're really good up front. And the offense and defensive lines, like they feel like the linchpin on both sides of the ball, because on the offense you're going to want to run the ball and do play action and things like that. So if this starting offensive line, I need them to have a good couple of days. If they're getting beat and Joe Flacco's getting, I know they won't sack him to the ground, but like Joe Flacco, whoever's back there is running for their lives, that's going to be a big concern for me. I'm really worried about that because I think this is a better team than the Carolina Panthers, and that's not a slight to the Carolina Panthers as much as it's just saying I think Philadelphia is a more talented, better coached team. And so in the defensive line, I want to see them be able to wreak havoc, because that's the strength of this team, in my opinion, my personal opinion, top to bottom. I think that defensive line, inside and outside, is incredibly talented, and I really want to see them be able to go out there, and they don't have to dominate because that's a good offensive line that Philly has. But if they are making Jalen Hurts days long and causing him some grief and some things like that, I'll feel really, really good about that. So really, it's going to start in the trenches, and then for me, it's going to be about quarterback play. Does this look like an NFL offense? Like we heard today, many people that were at practice here on Monday said this was the best day for the quarterbacks that we've seen. Several different reporters, I saw that on social media, saying, hey man, they threw the ball. And if you look at I know I don't like to talk about the quarterback stat tracker very much, but if you look at that, the ball didn't hit the ground very much. Can our quarterbacks, can the offense, I know at this time last year, it did not look like an NFL offense. Does it look like an NFL offense? Doesn't have to look like a juggernaut, but does it look like an NFL offense against a great Philly defense? Because if it does, then that goes a long way in me thinking, hey man, this team could get a little frisky, could have a little bit of success this year.
Yeah, here's the other thing that I'm curious. The wide receivers. I want to know, are they able to hold up against A.J. Brown, especially because you don't have Martin Emerson, you don't have a big physical guy, and Devontae Smith. They got pretty good wide receivers. So I'm curious. Secondary's got to be able to play well as well.
Yeah, for sure. And Cam Mitchell struggled in this opening preseason game. So currently one of my biggest kind of concerns is the slot corner role, because Greg Newsome has been bounced back to the outside. I think he's better on the outside. I don't really want to then have to bounce him back to the inside, because then it's a whole different, like, you just going back and forth, and I just prefer to keep him out there. Now, a guy I will say that I'm very interested to see how much run he gets. They just signed him, a former. He came out of South Carolina in 2023. Darius Rush just signed the corner. Crazy good athlete. Really like him in the slot when he was coming out. So that's a guy too I want to see. Does he get mixed in? Does he get some of these looks with Cam Mitchell kind of struggling in the slot? Because there were I have some concerns about the slot corner. I feel good about Denzel Ward and Greg Newsome. I agree with you though. I want to see what they do against these wide receivers. But yeah, I'm very worried currently about the slot option. So I'll be watching that closely.